Hello, I'm Paul Hammonds. This is the 3-minute takeaway for the week of April 14th, 2019. This week, our lesson focused on a story about a woman caught in adultery and Jesus' response both to her and her accusers. It's a story that teaches us a lot, not only about Jesus and his mission, but about our own need for grace and mercy. The book of John tells the story of how Jesus came down to earth and took on human form, dwelling among us. He spoke with such authority that the religious leaders of the day decided that they needed to silence him in any way that they could. They finally decided to try and trap him into making public statements that the teachers could then take to the government and use to portray Jesus as a troublemaker, someone who needed to be silenced before he stirred the people up into violent revolt. They don't seem particularly concerned about the woman, whom they caught in the act of sin, as their attention is focused on discrediting Jesus. So when the people demand that Jesus render a judgment in this case, he refuses to take a stand in the question. He simply tells the accusers, "Let him who is without sin cast the first stone." But what did he mean by that? As with other passages, when the Bible doesn't give us specific answers, we must look at context as well as the full picture painted in the Word of God. We can see enough of Jesus' teachings in other areas to explain what he meant more clearly. Did he mean that what this woman had done wasn't wrong? No, because Jesus talked a lot about the sin of adultery, just like other violations of the law. Did he mean that sin was no one's business but that person's and God? No, because Jesus himself said that if a brother sins, rebuke him, and if he repents, forgive him. Jesus didn't expect us to be sinless, but he did expect that we be honest about whether we're truly judging what he called righteous judgment. That means examining our own hearts and taking an honest look at what we're doing before we try to make a case against someone else. Am I guilty of the same sin? Is my priority to save and to help, or simply to point out fault in someone else? So it's important for us always to see ourselves in this story. First of all, asking ourselves the question, are we acting like the accuser, with impure motives, one who doesn't care at all about following the law, but is more concerned about making ourselves feel holy? But we also should see ourselves in the accused, one who has been brought before our God, condemned due to our own sin, worthy of death with nothing to save us other than the mercy of the judge. But thanks be to God that our judge is Jesus Christ, who gave his life for us and paid the penalty for our sin. We were bought with a price. We should live our lives in joy and humility with an eye towards helping people escape just like we escaped through the blood of Christ. This has been the 3-minute takeaway. If you have any questions about the Bible or how to grow your relationship with God, send us a note. Or if you'd like to listen to the full lesson, you can find it on my own blog at www.reasonfromtheword.com. Thank you for listening, and may God bless you.